This video is for those poor souls that haven't yet played Stationeers at all, and then they would try to use the tutorials to get into it. Don't try that. The tutorials are broken. Instead, just make a new world, Mars, select easy and start. The red planet. You can use J to fly around. That activates your jetpack. So here we have our lander with, for example, some hydroponic stuffs, grow light, seeds, and all sorts of useful things. But instead of jumping around here, I press the Alt key so that I have the mouse cursor, and then I will just deconstruct the lander. We'll toss down some stuff that I will not need right now. And this can actually be put in here. Because now this tablet has the Atmos Analyzer cartridge. And then we can see what's Mars' atmosphere is 2 kilopascals. Earth sea level pressure is 100 kilopascals. And we have lots of CO2 here. A little bit of oxygen, not enough for breathing. A little bit of pollution. Okay, let's go. First we need to put down some frames, because everything in Stationeers, or most things, are built on frames. I'm pressing the right mouse button to get this build ghost, and then the left one to actually build it. Now that we have these, we still need to weld them, because while I can already put some stuff on them, that's not convenient to walk around, and also they need to be airtight for what I'm trying to do. So let's weld them. Here's my welder. Right mouse button, and then left mouse button to weld. Step 1 makes these walkable, and step 2 makes them airtight. You have limited resources at the beginning, obviously, and many things in the game require multiple build stages, so you want to be careful with how much you build here. These I will leave open. I probably need to expand this here as some kind of outer space, outer room where I can put down the generator and stuff like that. Okay, now let's put up some walls. The walls are a kit, like many things in the games are a kit, meaning if I use the mouse wheel I can see different types. And to rotate this, I can use the keys above the arrow keys, or the auto-rotate key, which is advertised here. Might be a different one for you. I changed my defaults. Here I will have the airlock, so we will have 2 doors and a little space between them. The airlock's purpose, of course, is to keep the warm and breathable air inside the room, and also I need to plant some stuff. I mean, the plants need CO2, but they certainly need more pressure, and at night Mars gets pretty cold. It's like minus 50 degrees or something, I'm not sure. Okay, how do I know what I have to do here? By pointing some kind of one of my tools at a thing in the game, and then I will see a tooltip here. It says wrench required to deconstruct, or here it says welding torch, you know. And here these walls are not yet complete. I need iron sheets, and then afterwards I will need glass. By the way, you can swap your hands by pressing E, the currently active hand. You can throw something by pressing Q, all that is shown on screen right now at the bottom if you look there. So, Jetpack is J. I recommend that you change that to Shift because you can't run in this game. So that makes sense to put that on Shift. And I really recommend that you try to get over the initial hurdle, the initial obstacle to get into the game, because it's ridiculously awesome. You can see that from the outside, just like when you're thinking about watching a film or reading a book and then you're reading the cover and you think, I don't know. But how often have you experienced, once you really get into it, how much you really wanted that? You only see that once you're inside, so please try that. It's too good not to be played. So, I need doors, 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 doors. Where are the doors? Are they still wrapped up or something? Nope. This is that's seeds for my hydroponics. Don't need that right now. Kit door, there it is. Okay. There are various doors here because this is once again a kit. We have the glass door, the roll cover, which is actually not a door. The composite door is interesting because when you rename an object, in the case of the composite door, you will actually see that name on the door. That's very convenient. I will use the manual hatch here because it doesn't need any electricity. Where's my welding torch? Whoopsie. And it only takes one step to build. Now we want to make an airlock here. Let's see if we have some kind of means for that. Num 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 num. Yeah, there we have the area power controller that I will need for the electricity. There should also be an active vent. Okay. The active vent is like one of the most used devices in the game. What do I want to do? I want to keep my atmosphere protected inside, so when I'm in the airlock, I pump it back into the room. So let's put up the area power controller as the energy source. The APC's purpose is to separate power networks and also to supply a buffer, a battery buffer. So, for example, in the airlock, you would appreciate if the doors don't get stuck, because your station energy is out. So it's good to have this battery buffer there. This is once again a kit with lots of different types, but you only need the straight and the curved type, because when I, for example, want to put the straight one up here, you see the tooltip, it says just hold the wire cutters in your hand and then you can just place that cable. So it will automatically fix that. Okay, now I have power for my active vent here, but it flashes an error because it is not yet connected to a pipe. Let's find a pipe here. Yeah, a set of pipes. These are just like the cables. They have multiple directions. They can be merged with the wrench. I don't have... the pipes are currently... they are always closed. So if you unbuild a pipe somewhere, it will not be open so that air escapes, but it's always closed. You have to stick a pipe cowl onto them, or maybe a passive vent. And now I just created some volume, probably way too much, but I'd rather want to be safe. So if I pump the air out here, it will just be in the pipes, and later I can pump it out again. So let's get the main air supply that I brought with me, but I can also find oxygen on the planet. So let's close this, and close that, and turn up this thing. Look with the tablet, atmosphere is changing. A little bit more, please. Okay. Alrighty, now we have an actual breathable atmosphere here. Let's open the helmet. which you can do with the letter I. I can breathe on Mars. Nice, huh? Now if I want to go into airlock, you see the air streaming into this little room here because it wasn't open when I unleashed my air. Now let's close the helmet and put the air into that pipe. You see here, it's already gone, and you no longer hear the device, not because it's turned off, but because there's no air to transmit the sound. Now I open the door, and now the very, very thin Mars atmosphere is streaming in. That's not really a proper airlock, because we have two atmospheres here. This is sufficient for the Moon, but not for Mars. Well, I don't have the tools right now. I would have to build some stuff first to manufacture that, and that is out of the question right now. Yeah, okay, now that I have been out there, I can pump back the atmosphere from the pipe. And now we have basically restored the previous situation, except there's now a little bit more Mars atmosphere in here, so ultimately we have to be careful with that, but later you will have some proper airlock, of course. Should I also try to set up the Autolathe now? Don't know if you have the time. Okay, I should turn that off before I open the door, because the Mars atmosphere would also be pumped into that pipe. Okay, maybe we should actually put up a solar panel. Can do that on the roof here. Okay, it's blocked by the pipe. Now that wasn't the wisest way to construct this. Yeah, neither was this, because I need to pipe this output of the solar panel here to the left side of the area power controller so that the battery gets charged. If I just connect it here, I would just benefit from its immediate energy, but the battery won't charge. Yeah, I'm just demonstrating how things work. I'm not actually building a functional base here. So then we have the Autolathe, which is just a 3D printer. Oh, there's a generator, which you can also use to charge your battery. Just toss some coal in here and some energy will come out. Here, great for charging batteries. Do we have the Autolathe here? There are several 3D printers in the game. The Autolathe is really irreplaceable. It's there it is. The first one. Also has multiple build stages. Do we have time for that? Yes, we do. You might think that it's rather complicated to build these things, but these printers do a lot for you, so it's acceptable that it takes some effort to build them. Now, if I would have some electricity down here, which I don't have, because I'm just showing you some moves, but not an actual station building, there's not enough time for that, then I could turn this thing on, and then I could click here, and I would see the recipes that it has. One of them would be, for example, the iron frames here, or the iron sheets that I used to weld these. Another thing, of course, is the other 3D printers can be created with this thing, and that in turn takes resources that you toss in here. And those come in the form of ingots, but I have to smelt them first in the arc furnace, and I haven't set that up yet, etc, etc. But now you have some idea of how to play the game. Most importantly, remember to use your Alt key. See you later.